When I was in 6th grade, I had to give the first speech I've ever given in front of people, and I was absolutely terrified to do this. It was a project the entire school had to do. We had to give a speech on the topic, "My hero is." And not only was I terrified to do it, I didn't try very hard. When I was up giving the speech, I did the bare minimum I needed to get myself by. And after I was done giving my speech, a classmate of mine went up to give his speech, and this was a guy that I was friends with, but I wasn't super duper close to, and something really amazing happened. At the age of 12, this kid goes up there and gives the most heartfelt, passionate speech that I had ever seen in my life. And a thought crossed my mind, and it was, I can do that. And not only that I can do that, but that I want to do that. I want to get up there and give my heart and soul in front of an audience. And I carried that into high school when my whole life revolved around competing in speech, and as a result of that, I started making YouTube videos. This was a huge moment in my life when that kid gave his speech at the age of 12. He has no idea how big this affected me. My life would be incredibly different had that one moment not happened. It's incredible to think about. So in a way, that 12-year-old friend of mine is a hero. When most people think of the definition of a hero, images like Hercules or Martin Luther King Jr. will come up. People who overcame something on a huge scale to do something incredible. And that's accurate. Those are heroes. Heroes can do things like that, but I think it's much more than that. If you were to ask somebody who their heroes were, you might hear someone like Martin Luther King Jr. or my mom or my dad. But you'll also hear in a lot of people, they'll talk about celebrities. And more interestingly, in the last 5 years or so, they'll mention people like YouTubers. It's been a huge topic of discussion recently, YouTuber culture, that viewer-creator dynamic. And it's an important discussion to have, but I think it really boils down to a concept of what we do with our heroes. The tendency among people, and myself as well, is to look at people who we deem as our heroes as perfect. Because to us, these are what we strive to be. This is what we strive to do. And naturally, we're going to strive for perfection. So a lot of times we'll project perfection onto people. And that doesn't make any sense because people are not perfect. This becomes a problem when a person, who a lot of people deem to be perfect, does something awful, or does something terrible, or simply screws up. For some people, that's absolutely devastating, and the image of that person has completely crumbled forever and always, and they can never look at that person again in the same way. And for others, they go into defense mode, where they try and maintain that image of perfection by defending someone, even if that person does not deserve to be defended at all. Specifically on YouTube, some people's heroes have done some incredibly terrible and awful things recently. And I think this is as good an opportunity as ever to hammer home the point that people are not perfect. Having a hero is a beautiful thing. Having someone you look up to is so important in life, but you have to remember that that is a person you're looking up to, and sometimes that person is not actually a good person. So much of someone's life when they're in the public eye is about crafting this persona that they then show to the rest of the world. A lot of times when you look at a YouTuber, or when you look at anyone, celebrity-wise, or anyone else in the public eye, that's not who that person really is. Does it make that person's interactions with you any less meaningful? No, it doesn't. It doesn't ruin that at all. But it is the reality of it, and I think it's important to acknowledge that reality. Now that we've got that bit out of the way, I'd like to inject a bit of positivity in here while we're at it. Having a celebrity or a YouTuber be your hero, totally okay. And I encourage that completely, 100%. Totally fine to do that. But I think we encounter heroes to our personal lives every day that we exist. A hero to me is anyone who has impacted my life in a positive way. Anyone who has done something or said something or even looked at me in a certain way that improves me as a person. In some ways, the people who have hurt me the most are heroes of mine because they've put me in situations that have caused me to grow more as a person and become stronger as a result. I needed those people in my life to become the person that I am today. I needed those people. Every time someone makes me laugh, every time someone makes me smile, every time someone inspires me on a day-to-day basis, those people are heroes to me. Every time I go on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, and I see comments of people supporting me and sending me love, every single person who does that is a hero of mine. So what is a hero? To me, a hero is someone who affects my life and makes me a better person. And that can be so many different people. Literally thousands of people. It's literally thousands of heroes that I have in my life. And even though those people are heroes of mine, they are people. So they're gonna mess up, they're gonna screw up, they're gonna do things, and sometimes they're gonna do things that I can't forgive. And that's okay, that's fine, because I have so many other people in my life to look at to affect me positively. And speaking of all those people who have affected me positively, I want this to become a bit of a project that we all do. Using the hashtag AHeroIs, I want to know who your heroes are. I want to know what a hero is to you. I want to learn more about you. If you want to make a video about this, send it to me. I'll definitely be watching it. If you want to tweet about it, I'll be looking at every single tweet with the hashtag AHeroIs. You can do it on Tumblr. I don't have one of those, but you can do that too. I want this to be an opportunity to reflect on the concept of the hero, because I think it's one that that's been pigeonholed a little bit too much. So yeah, send me all your stuff. I'm gonna be all over it. For real, I wanna see all of it. I wanna see videos, tweets, all of it. I wanna see every bit of it. And don't forget to tag everything with hashtag AHeroIs, because I wanna see it all. So yeah, as always, I'm Connor Manning. You just become a little more awesome, and I will see you guys on Friday. YouTubers, man, they can be a fun bunch, they can be a frustrating bunch, they can be a amazing bunch, they can be pretty much any kind of bunch there is, and that's kind of the point, right? Because YouTubers are people just like you.